Hello, and welcome to Ice is Slippery, an unserious podcast about hockey brought to you by 1.5 hockey fans. My name is Kate, and I'm the hockey fan.
And my name is Fred. I'm half a hockey fan.
Hi, Fred. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. It's been a couple of weeks since we've done this.
Yeah, no, it feels completely different and new.
It does. Our room setup has changed a little bit, so we're just kind of getting back into the swing of things. It's been a good few weeks, though. My dad came to visit for my birthday.
Yep.
I got bifocals, so we know that I'm officially old. I picked those up the day before my birthday. So yeah, that really helped ring in the occasion. We went to an adult spelling bee for my birthday party.
Yeah.
It was good. I did okay.
Third place?
Yeah.
No, you were great.
I won some free beers for you.
You sure did.
That was pretty cool. We'll do it again, I think.
Yeah.
I had a good time. And that's pretty much just the exciting adventures of a 45-year-old lady, bifocals and adult spelling bees.
Cool. Well, I've had bifocals and I've been birding and working, and that's it.
We're so exciting and fun. So since we didn't do a recording last week, I figure what we'll do right now is we'll just kind of wrap up the regular season of hockey because that came to a close. And then we will start talking about the playoffs because those just kicked off yesterday.
Cool. I don't remember 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, you don't remember like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm going to start with injuries and illness. On Thursday, April 2nd, Tyson Forster returned to the Flyers lineup ahead of schedule. He had a serious arm injury that required surgery in mid-December and was originally expected to miss the entire regular season, but he decided 49 games was enough and he worked hard to come back early. And I think that was pretty critical because the Flyers were in a really big push for the playoffs, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
And him coming back seemed to put some pep in their step.
No, I do remember him coming back because I know I said I missed his smile. Like he's just so smiley.
He is. He just seems like such a little ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
He's so smiley. He's got pretty eyes. He just seems like just so happy. I don't know. It's really nice to have him back.
Nope. Glad he's back, I guess. I don't care.
On April 9th, Miro Heiskanen received his annual pre-playoff injury. He left a game early with a lower body injury and wasn't seen for several days. However, I am happy to report he did return for game 1 of the playoffs yesterday. Unfortunately, his fellow injury-prone Finn Roope has not yet rejoined the team since getting injured in early March, and it's still unclear if he'll be ready to return in time for round 1 at all. They keep saying maybe, but as of this morning, he wasn't even skating on his own yet, so I have my doubts.
Oh, you mean round 1 total? I was like, we already saw the game. He wasn't in it.
Yeah, no, that's game 1. I'm talking round 1.
You're talking round 1. Okay, that makes sense.
At this point, who knows if he'll make it into the playoffs at all? So
yeah, no, it's such a crapshoot with this whole sport, right?
It really is. The injuries really, really play a huge part in it.
Yeah.
So. In happier news, Radek Faksa returned to the lineup on April 13th after missing 23 games due to a lower body injury that he sustained during his rehabilitation from an earlier upper body injury.
Man, yeah.
That feels like the time I was going to PT for a dislocated ankle tendon and I ended up somehow tearing my meniscus.
Yeah.
And then I had to get knee surgery.
Right?
Yeah, I was just doing some heel lifts. It wasn't anything crazy. Michael Bunting returned to the lineup the same day after missing 6 games with a lower body injury. On April 11th, Brady Tkachuk delivered a check during a game and then his vision began to fade, which sounds very scary. It returned after he sat on the bench and he had some tests and he says he's fine. So I'm sure that's probably...
I think it's just business as usual for him.
Just business as usual.
Probably gets out of bed sometimes and can't see for a second or something. And he's like, yeah, that's normal, right? That happens to everyone.
He's like, things are usually blank in here. It's just now it was a visual representation. That same day, Colorado Avalanche coach Jared Bednar took a puck to the face when a puck went out of play during a game against Vegas.
And into his face. He ended up missing a few road games while he was treated for facial fractures and a corneal abrasion. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
No, that does not sound fun.
Leave my cornea alone.
We've had some more personnel changes since we last recorded. Patrick Allvin has been fired as GM for the Vancouver Canucks, and Tom Fitzgerald was fired as GM for the New Jersey Devils. And it's reported that Fitzgerald's failure to acquire Quinn Hughes is part of the reason he was let go from the Devils.
Wow.
And then, of course, Hughes was on the Canucks. So watch out, GMs. Quinn Hughes and his Ghost Army are coming for your jobs.
Holy smokes.
I can only hope Bill Guerin is next.
Yeah, right. Oh, I know. Maybe he's like, maybe he is cursed and it's just going to be a wake of high profile firings.
He's the Grim Reaper of GM positions.
Yeah.
I think that sounds great. It's very dead like me, just like
right.
Bureaucracy and death.
Nope, that's good. Well, I guess that's good because Vancouver and Jersey can get everything figured out now that they got the guys gone, right?
Sure, I'm sure they'll turn it right around.
Sure, it does. The problem doesn't go all the way to the top, I'm sure.
No, absolutely not. I mean, certainly not with the Vancouver owner still giving very ill-advised press conferences, like talking about how, Quinn Hughes was always going to leave because he's an American and he wanted to be in America. That's why Matthew Tkachuk left Calgary. He just wanted to be in America. And we knew Quinn was leaving, but we still signed all of his friends to try to get him to stay. But we're not surprised he left. And it's like, okay, so you signed a bunch of contracts you didn't need to sign to keep a guy who was never going to stay, but he was only leaving because he's American. All right, all of that checks out. Good job, Mr. Rutherford. Like,
sounds like a shrewd businessman to me.
He is a lunatic and he needs to stop. Like, somebody needs to stop him. So, you know who did not get fired?
A lot of people.
Rick Bowness did not get fired.
Oh, right. Yeah. He shot his mouth off, right?
Yes, he is the coach of the Blue Jackets. And after they were eliminated, he went on a bit of a rampage saying, I don't know if I'm back, but if I'm back, I'm changing this culture. These guys, they don't care. Losing is not important enough to them. While some of the players didn't necessarily fully agree with the call out, but he will be back next year. They gave him a 1-year contract extension after his rant. He did go back and soften it a little, saying he was really just talking about a few of the guys.
Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Just singling out very specific people instead of the whole
I mean,
group.
he didn't say who they were.
No, I know, but...
Although he did say something about Elvis Merzlikins, like, if you want to prove you're a world-class goaltender, come to Camp in Shape next year.
Damn. Tell you what.
All these people coming to camp out of shape. It's just shocking.
You don't want to do that.
No,
it makes the coaches real angry.
They get so mad.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll just talk about this here because I didn't really write it down for anywhere. But yes, Rick Tocchet, everybody's favorite, gave a little talk the other day.
He gave a little talk.
He gave a little talk-it the other day about how he said, I'm not going to bring up Michkov being out of shape again because I got killed for it last time. And it's like, my dude, you just said the thing that you said you weren't going to say. Like,
love it.
You're such a jackass. Like,
he's a master of rhetoric.
He's so stupid. He's such an idiot. That's fine. Whatever. I will just move past it. Anyway, there was some feel-good stuff that happened in the league this week. Connor McDavid won the Art Ross for the most points. He had 138 points this season.
That didn't make me feel good.
Well, it's like general feel-good stuff. It's not you feel good specifically stuff.
No, I'm only interested in that stuff, though.
You're only interested in birds, and I don't have birds for you. Nate McKinnon won the Rocket Richard for most goals with 58. The Colorado Avalanche had the fewest goals scored against them this season, and so any goaltenders on the team that played at least 25 games were eligible for the Jennings Award. So this year it was shared by Mackenzie Blackwood and Scott Wedgwood.
They both got the award?
Yeah, because they both contributed to that number. They both at least played 25 games.
Do they both get a trophy, or do they have to cut it down the middle or something?
It's like a King Solomon thing with splitting the baby down the middle. I have no idea, honestly. Macklin Celebrini set the San Jose Sharks franchise record for most points in a single season with 115, which is a crazy amount of points.
Yeah, I guess that one makes me feel good.
It's pretty good. Joe Thornton set the record back in 2006, 2007 when he was 27 years old. Macklin Celebrini is 19.
Joe Thornton was never 27 years old.
No, he's always been 58 and will always be 58. He at age 19, just out here crushing records. So good.
He's the truth. I can't stop with that quote.
It's your favorite quote.
I love it.
It's so good.
It just captures everything.
It's the new people pay to watch me play.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Jack Hughes from last year.
Exactly. The Sharks season is sadly over, but Macklin Celebrini and his pair-bonded teammate Will Smith have both said that they're interested in signing extensions with the Sharks, which I think would be great because they're clearly the anchor points for this new rebuild that's happening.
They'll probably become the first package contract or something.
I don't know if it's really the first. Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves were kind of like that back in the day for Chicago. But
gotcha.
Yeah, that does happen more than you would think. Although I don't know if they'll be as insane as Jeff Carter and Mike Richards, who, when they got split up, one of them had to go to a cabin and sulk for a while.
Well, you never know. They don't seem like cabin folk.
No, probably not. They're going to go sulk in a condo or something.
Yeah.
They will also be spending their summer together training and splitting their time between Vancouver and Boston. So,
yeah, they got one of those long distance West Coast, East Coast relationships.
But it won't be long distance because they'll be together.
Yeah, no, it's a codependent long distance relationship.
But it won't be long distance because they'll be together.
You get what I'm saying.
I do.
Anyway.
NHL linesman Steve Barton officiated his last game on April 15th, and all the players from the Stars and Sabres lined up to shake his hand and congratulate him, which I thought was very sweet.
Dude looks like he's 25 years old, and he's been fucking linesman since I was born.
I know, right? It's crazy. We're like, he's retiring? How old is he? But I don't know, man.
No, over 1,500 games. He's been doing it since 2000 or something.
That's insane.
Good for him.
Good for him, and good for him for getting out of that. So
yeah.
We know how dangerous it is to be like even near the ice right now after Jared Bednar got his clock cleaned. So
yep.
Craziness.
Well, congratulations to you, sir. He needs a rest for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And then finally, a Buffalo fan went viral for sitting behind the bench during a game and wearing a hoodie that said Sarbs instead of Sabres.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Someone watching at home caught it and pointed it out, and the internet immediately became obsessed with it. And it got so big so fast that the Sabres went down and presented him with like some official merch right on the spot.
Awesome.
Like, not that he couldn't afford it because he was like sitting, right at the front of the glass.
$900 seat.
Right. Yeah. And then now a company that does licensed NHL merch is doing a Sarb shirt with a very goofy looking tiger. And the Sabres retweeted the link to it. And I might need one.
Yeah, really no, the Sabres have been, the Sabres admin has just been reveling in this.
Oh, the Sabres admin has been collecting people doubting the Sabres for years. And this year, the Sabres admin said, enough. I have enough.
Yep. The admin's burn book.
Yes. Ryan Whitney from Spit and Chicklets at one point said that Buffalo had a 0% chance of making the playoffs.
Yep.
And there are now billboards of him saying that in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So they are petty bitches, and I'm here for it. I think that that's great. So as the regular season comes to an end, we must bid farewell to some teams. So I actually pulled up the final team ranking for the regular season so we could see how Bettman's playoff structure fucks over some teams.
All right, let's see.
So the Washington Capitals finished the season ranked 12th overall in the league, didn't make the playoffs.
Get fucked.
Then you had Detroit and Columbus in 16th and 17th who did not make it in.
I'm fine with that.
And the Anaheim Ducks in 18th place who did. Just below the Ducks in 19th place, the New York Islanders missed the cut, but the 20th place LA Kings are in the playoffs.
How can he justify this?
I don't know. He's a bad man.
He is.
Bettman equals badman.
Yeah, for real.
So if you're going by top 16 teams based on points, you'd have the Caps and the Wings in the playoffs, and the Ducks and the Kings would be out.
Which honestly feels more correct.
It does a little bit. Yep. So, the Ducks did have a pretty good year overall.
But they fell off at the end,
they fell off at the end. But yeah, it's just crazy. The East was so much tighter than the West. But what are you going to do? So in addition to the teams we already discussed, there are 12 other teams not making it to the playoffs. And I'm going to go from highest ranked to lowest ranked. So we have New Jersey, St. Louis, Nashville.
Oh, Nashville didn't end up making the cut.
They didn't.
They were thinking about it for a second.
They're pretty close. They're up there. San Jose, Florida Panthers, Winnipeg, Seattle, Toronto, Calgary, New York Rangers, Chicago, and Vancouver.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Vancouver dead last. Yep. Chicago second to last for, I believe, the third season in a row.
That's not a good rebuild.
It's not looking great. New York Rangers third to last under the stellar leadership of my enemy, JT Miller. Toronto fifth to last. So
people love that.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Florida Panthers, bad year, but
rough year.
That happens when you do 2 cups in a row. Everybody is super injured. It takes a lot out of you.
It was a good detox for me for the Panthers. Like, I didn't think about them at all this year. And
I forgot they existed, and I desperately needed to do that because I was so Panthered out.
Yeah, that ended up working in our favor.
They're so much more pleasant when I forget they exist.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it'll be a good image rehabilitation if they just go away for a while.
Yeah.
It's like, it's no good when they're awesome and they know it.
Right. Yeah. You don't want them to be like that.
No,
they can be awesome.
Yeah. But they just shouldn't know it so much.
Right.
Are there any of the teams that you would have liked to see in the playoffs or that you think that we might see next year?
No, I don't care. Whatever.
I would have liked to see the Sharky boys make
No,
it.
that I think the Sharks would have been fun.
They were really hanging in there until the very end, but they just
You can only have like one Philadelphia story, I guess.
right.
Isn't
Exactly.
that's like a movie?
That is a movie. It's Katharine Hepburn.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, the Sharks really, really were great. I do think the Sharks have what it takes to make it next year. I feel like they could be the Philly of next year.
I think they got a cup in them next year.
Really?
I don't know. Whatever.
All right. No, I really think they have the potential to make it next year. They're just on the precipice. So I'm super, super excited for them.
Yeah. For me, I don't know if it's like teams that I wish made it, but there's like teams I wish didn't make it.
That's fair. Who do you wish didn't make it?
Like Ottawa, whatever.
Yeah, I'm like whatever about them too.
Utah, whatever.
Also true.
And I guess I'm fine with everyone else. I would kick out Tampa and Boston and Anaheim personally, but like they're not.
Vegas is boring.
Yeah, no, Vegas should be there. But yeah, no, I think at the end of the day, Ottawa and Utah, I could do without in the finals. So you could put somebody else in there. Put the Red Wings in there so that coach is less angry. And
yeah.
And you know what? Actually put Seattle in there too, because I feel like they're going to get a real stern talking to this summer.
Oh, they absolutely are. And they're so cute.
Right.
I just want them to be good, and they want to be good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they really needed to be good this year, and that didn't quite happen, I guess.
It didn't happen. They took Mason Marchment and they couldn't do anything with him.
Yeah. I mean,
so
pretty telltale sign.
I know. Well, that's all I had. This is probably a stupid question, but was there anything that you had for Fred's Corner of stuff we haven't talked about?
No, I stopped like paying attention to hockey.
Yeah. I had
and
a
stopped
feeling.
writing. Well, no, I watched games. I just didn't like think about them.
Yeah, totally valid.
Which is, kind of how I do. No, I got nothing.
All right. So that kind of catches us up on the regular season in general. So before we start talking about the playoffs, I just kind of wanted to catch us up on where the Stars and the Flyers are. So kind of talk about the home stretch, basically. So for the Stars, we last recorded this podcast on April 4th, and the Stars had already clinched a playoff spot. On April 7th, it became official that we'd be facing the Minnesota Wild in the first round. And on April 11th, we found out that we'd have home ice. So there wasn't a lot of mystery, just bureaucracy. The Stars did finish the regular season strong. We had 7 regulation games in April and won 6 of them. We finished the season 3rd overall in the league and just 1 point behind Carolina in second. So strong finish. The Stars did have some cool accomplishments this year with a lot of milestones and franchise records. I won't get too into the weeds, but here are some of the coolest. Wyatt and Robo became the first duo in franchise history to score 45 plus goals in the same season. In fact, they're only the 4th pair of teammates to reach this benchmark in the last 30 years in the NHL. The others are Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr, Todd Bertuzzi and Marcus Naslund, and Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. So pretty good company to be in.
Yeah, that's
a really impressive feat.
Yeah.
Jamie Benn did actually manage to hit the 400 goal mark at the beginning of the season. I know you didn't think it would ever happen.
I felt like those graphics were just going to be popped up every now and then taken away.
He came in at 399 and you weren't sure, but he sure did it.
Good job, bud.
Tyler Seguin played his 1,000th game before he was taken out with another injury. Justin Rizkovian scored 30 points in his rookie season.
That's sick.
It's so good. He's so good.
For like such a little dude who's like brand new.
And he's undrafted.
Right.
I love him. He's
30
so
goals,
good.
man. Some superstars barely hit 20.
I know, right? Well, 30 points, not 30 goals.
Sorry.
It's still good. It's still
no,
great.
it's not as good. I was completely take back everything I said.
All right. Well, Maverick Bourque hit the 20 goal mark and 41 points in his second season. And he was able to hit that 20 goal mark in large part because he scored his first career hat trick in the second to last game of the season.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool. It was so exciting. And Wyatt Johnston, of course, set a new Dallas Stars franchise record for most power play goals in a single season. We've already talked about that. He also had a career high 45 goals and 41 assists for 86 points.
Sweet.
So he did great.
Yep.
We also had one standout moment in the stretch of games. Cameron Hughes had gotten called up at the end of March from the Texas Stars to help fill in since all of our forwards were dead or dying. Hughes is 29 years old and he has had a solid career in the AHL. He's played 456 games there, but March 31st was his NHL debut. And on April 9th, he scored his first career NHL goal in a 5-4 victory over the Wild. And this was the game that sealed our home ice advantage. So it was absolutely clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I know. It was really great. It was
Hughes on Hughes violence.
Hughes on Hughes violence. Yes, it was great. And he has no teeth. He has the least amount of teeth I've ever seen
Oh, yeah,
in a hockey player. And that's saying something. Like, he's more toothless than Eric Johnson was.
No, he's a grizzled AHL veteran.
Yes,
apparently.
of almost 30. It's wild.
Yep.
So, I don't know. He seems like a really nice kid, though. So,
yeah.
Kid, I say. He's almost 30.
Well,
Anybody that much younger than I am is a kid, because I'm a crotchety old lady. The Flyers were in a much more precarious situation the last time we checked in with them. In mid-March, they only had a 3.8% chance of making playoffs. When we last recorded on April 4th, those odds had risen, but they were still in 8th place in the Metro Division, and things were looking pretty dire. They basically needed to go on a crazy run, and then some other teams needed to lose for them to even have a chance of advancing. There were some key moments that happened in the last few weeks of the season. One came on April 5th when the Flyers played the Bruins. It was a really tight back and forth game with an outstanding performance by Dan Vladar in the net, and it ended up going to OT tied 1-1. During overtime, the game-winning goal was scored by Porter Martone, and it was his first NHL goal in only his 4th NHL game. And it was, I mean, that's so memorable to do that. Like, to have such a deciding goal and every game was a clutch game at that point. So, they needed to win every game, basically. He went to slam himself into the glass to celebrate, and he didn't get that far because Trevor Zegras put him in a headlock / chokehold.
Yeah, there was some excitement on the ice.
Oh my God, everybody just swarmed him. Everyone was ecstatic. It was so cute. It's just really nice to see how close this team is bonded.
Yeah, for sure.
It was awesome. And then on April 13th, the Flyers had their second to last game of the season. This one wasn't technically a must win because they still had one more to play, but all they needed was another 2 points and they would lock down the third place spot in the Metro. And everyone thought it sure would be nice if they could do that now instead of waiting until the last minute. The Hurricanes had already secured their spot at the top of their division, and they were resting a lot of their top guys like Sebastian Aho, Seth Jarvis, Andrei Svechnikov, Jacob Slavin, Shane Gostisbehere.
Basically all the guys.
I know. I think there were a few others too. But they were still not fucking around. The team was playing very intense hockey, and the Hurricanes went up 2-0 in the first, but Philly had a lot of perseverance, and Matvei Michkov and Trevor Zegras tied it up in the second. The game went into OT and then the shootout, which it seems so fitting for a Flyers game to go to a shootout to decide whether they're going to advance to the playoffs or not.
I mean, it's all we've seen all season. The fact that they didn't have the most overtime things ever this year blows my mind. We obviously didn't watch the other teams that were ahead of them, but I would have had the same feeling. It always goes to overtime.
Overtime and the shootout specifically. And if they hadn't had so many shootout wins, they wouldn't have had the numbers that they needed. It was very important. Even in that Flyers versus Stars game a few weeks ago where I was I feel like a bad Stars fan, but I want the Flyers to win. And they did win in OT, but it would have been cool in a shootout.
Yeah.
Anyway, they sent our shooters up, and Trevor Zegras had a rare miss on the shootout.
It happens.
It does happen. It's going to happen. In fact, the first 3 shooters for each team were shut down, and it moved on to a 4th round. And Tyson Forster came up, which felt like a risky choice. He's missed most of the season, and this is his first shootout chance of the season. And he was 1 for 8 on the shootout in his career.
Yeah. That's not a good stat.
It's not great. It's not very promising. He had a super sick shootout goal. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was just really great.
No, he's great.
It was perfect. And for him to come back in early, ahead of schedule to the lineup and then come and do that goal. So great. And so then we just needed a save from Dan Vladar, and he got the save. And so that cemented it. And the Flyers were going to the playoffs for the first time since the 2020 bubble season. And the team absolutely lost it. They celebrated like they had actually won the cup.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of did.
I mean, the coaches are all hugging each other and jumping up and down in a circle.
The first emotion those goobers behind the bench had, because they're always oh God,
so
what do we do with our emotions? Let's shake hand, fist bump today.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, they let their guard down. I mean, the players just flooded the ice. Vladar was celebrating by himself, and Porter Martone was the first one to reach him. And there's this great pause of his face, and he's just you can tell he's having literally every emotion at the same time. It's so good. I cried for 20 minutes. It was so powerful. I'm so proud of those little guys.
Yeah, no,
they did it. They worked their asses off.
They did. Yeah.
They really did. I mean, from a 3.8 chance to making the playoffs. So now there are playoff t-shirts that has the Bernie Perrant mask on the front, and then it says 3.8 on the sleeves.
Oh, is that what that is?
Mhm.
I did see that. I just apparently didn't care what it was and didn't think about it, but nice.
Nope, that's what it is. And it's pretty great. Of note, it's Rasmus Ristolainen's first time in the playoffs. He has played 820 regular season games without a playoff appearance. He's like Finnish Jeff Skinner, basically.
You were so worried he was going to get hurt in the last game.
I was, but luckily they decided to rest him the last game because they actually were in the position to be able to do so.
Yeah.
So they rested several players, including TK, Sanny, Risto, Trevor Zegras, Jamie Drysdale, and Dan Vladar. And they called up several of their younger prospects, including Hunter McDonald and Oliver Bonk, who both made their NHL debut. The first goal of the night came from Porter Martone, and Bonk had an assist. Then Bonk scored the second goal of the night in his very first NHL game, which is incredible.
Yep.
And we also had a goal from Michkov and one from another rookie, Alex Bump. So we had goals from Bump and Bonk, which is perfect.
That's the dream.
I mean, that's all you can hope for, is to have a Bump goal and a Bonk goal.
Bunko and Bunko.
And the Flyers won 4-2, and it was really just the babies holding down the fort, and it made me so hyped for like the next era of Flyers here.
They did really well.
They totally did. Like, they did not need, I mean, like, the veteran core was gone.
Right.
Like, it was like the healthy scratches were in. I mean, it was crazy. It was so good.
Yeah.
I loved it. So that's kind of where we are heading into the playoffs. The Stars are going in. The Flyers are going in. A bunch of other teams are not going in.
And then a bunch of other teams are going in.
And then a bunch of other teams are going in too. So the playoffs kicked off yesterday.
Sure did. You were so excited.
It was like Christmas.
Yeah.
Or my birthday. Like, my birthday has been extra good this year.
Yeah. You were just running around like, everyone shut up. The playoffs are on.
I did multiple outfit changes yesterday.
You did, actually.
I did. So let's just talk about yesterday's games.
All right, let's do it.
So game 1, Carolina versus Ottawa. I just had my regular clothes on until first intermission, and I was like, oh shit, I have my Stankoven Whalers jersey. I never get a chance to wear that.
Yeah.
So I put it on, and I think it ended up being good luck. But we'll get back to that. So the game opened with Brady Tkachuk and Jordan Stahl tossing the gloves and having a brief bout of fisticuffs right at puck drop. And you can see Brady like propositioning him for a fight beforehand and Stahl accepting. And I think somebody needs to teach Brady how to do like a Google Calendar invite with the way he and his brother like to schedule their bouts in advance.
Yeah.
Stahl dropped him pretty hard in IDK. If I had just gone temporarily blind a week earlier, I probably wouldn't be inviting guys to punch me in the head. But maybe that's just me.
I think that's just Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah.
But yeah. And you know my opinion on this. When that was going on, I was like, really? I'm so bored with that, especially if he's involved in it.
It was fun during the Four Nations game, but like
fun.
just because it was fun then, it doesn't mean it's fun every single time.
Now that man's trying to make fetch happen, isn't he?
He is trying to make fetch happen, and fetch is not going to happen. Sorry, we watched Mean Girls last night with our daughter.
We've had two Mean Girls references in this pod.
We have.
There was one earlier that I didn't point out. But
no, I definitely know it happened. So it probably won't be the last either. No, I realized last night watching Mean Girls how much of my day-to-day vocabulary is from that movie. It's a lot. Our daughter kept saying, oh, is that where you got that from? Oh, that sounds like you, Mom.
Yep.
So, yep. The Canes had Freddie Anderson in the net, which alarmed some people because he is extremely injury prone. And as a result, he hasn't really had long, consistent stretches to show what he can do. But Brandon Bossy has been struggling lately. So they gave Anderson the start, and he honestly looked fantastic.
No, he was crushing it out there.
He was so good. He had some really insane saves. There was one time where it looked like the Senators maybe scored. They called it a goal on the ice because they thought his glove went over the line, but then they reviewed it and called it back. But he had some like really acrobatic kind of saves and was just dialed in.
The reporter lady, who I don't like anymore, didn't give him any prompts for that save. She's like, the other team you get lost on how good that move was and this and that. And I'm like, look at his save though.
Yeah, AJ Malesko.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I'm done with some of them.
I know. At the other end of the ice, Linus Ullmark also looked fantastic and made some clutch saves too. It took until the second period for anyone to get on the board, which was after I put on my Stankoven jersey, by the way. I mean, I manifested something maybe because our friend Logan Stankoven opened the scoring for the playoffs this year, scoring a goal for the Hurricanes in the second period.
It was pretty amazing because he's our guy.
He is our guy. He's like my forever little honey badger.
I mean, you have a Whalers jersey.
I literally do. Like, I literally bought a jersey for a team I do not watch except for the playoffs.
Yeah,
for the
and it's like a custom one too.
It's a custom one with his name on it. It's so cute.
Yep. Nope. And the announcers were they even mentioned how much they had mentioned Stankoven during the game.
Yeah, Malesko said to, I think, Bucci Cross, she was like, how many times have you said Logan Stankoven's name tonight? She was like, and like rightfully so.
Yeah.
Like, he was involved in everything in the game.
That's how he was. He was all over the place all the time.
Yep. No, he's on the second line. It's him and Jackson Blake and Taylor Hall, and they just really carried the game, I think. I couldn't even really tell you who else played.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, was Sebastian Aho even there? Like, I don't know.
Jarvis was pretty absent too.
Yeah, it was really the second line. And in fact, when Carolina had a second goal, it was Taylor Hall with an assist from Logan Stankoven.
Yeah, see?
So, yeah, it's great. And the final score was 2-0 in favor of the Canes. And they looked super solid and seemed mostly unfazed when Ottawa started doing their thing where they throw little temper tantrums.
Yeah, you know how like the Capitals throw temper tantrums? Those are like man tantrums. But
they're
like,
mantrums.
They're mantrums. But when Ottawa does, it's not.
It's like a toddler tantrum.
It's not a good look.
No, it's very petulant.
Yeah, no, I was just like, can you guys knock it off? This is embarrassing for you.
It really is. It's no, like when Washington does it, like it's childish, but it's also kind of intimidating.
Yeah, and it's kind of part of their thing.
Oh yeah, they're doing it very intentionally to rattle you. They're just like, oh yeah, okay, well now we're mad and we're gonna fucking make everybody else.
Yeah,
we're gonna make it everybody else's problem.
Right.
And Ottawa's like, we're mad. The end.
Yeah, no, because they just didn't look good, and they didn't seem to stick to their like game or whatever their game is because they were just too busy like getting mad about stupid shit.
And they were arguing about penalties that you really can't argue about, like putting a puck over the glass and putting it out of play.
Yeah,
like that's not one where you can be like, no, he tripped me first. Like the puck didn't put you over the glass first. Like that's just something that has to be called. Or there was one where it was like they had too many men and they were like, okay, well, yes, we had 6 men on the ice, but 2 of them were really close to the bench and they weren't playing the puck. And it's like, I mean, okay, yeah, people will usually let that go, but like you had 6 men on the ice. So yeah. Yeah.
No, they're just a bunch of toddlers.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't know. First game went to Carolina. They looked good.
Yeah, they looked solid.
Yeah, I think they look great. I think I'm looking forward to seeing more of them.
Yep.
Oh boy. Next game was the Stars versus the Wild.
How'd that go?
Well, to start, I never expected the Stars to win game 1. It's kind of a tradition of ours to lose game 1.
I've heard that before.
Over the past several seasons, we've lost 8 out of 10 game 1 matchups and then have still gone on to win the series 5 times. So it's kind of our thing.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. We're just like we're fun and silly and we like to make things hard on ourselves for no apparent reason.
It's their superstition.
It is. Yeah. They just really like to be underdogs and play from behind. So that being said, we did not look great yesterday. Minnesota was physical and connected and dialed in like right from the start. And we did show up looking like we were ready to play our game, but then we got really confused when there was another team there to like stop us from playing our game.
Yeah.
And then we weren't sure what to do after that.
They were ready until they hit the ice.
Exactly. No, it was like we know exactly what to do. Oh, wait, what do you mean there's other people there? So that didn't really go well for us. The Wild just had an answer for anything. And, Jake Ottinger has faced a lot of criticism for letting in 5 goals, but it was not all on him. The defense was not offering him much help. And even if the defense and the goaltending had been tighter, our offense is basically non-existent. We only managed.
One.
Yes, we only managed to put in 1 goal on the board despite multiple power play opportunities. The final score was 6-1 and it felt like a 6-1 game.
Yeah, unfortunately that did. I mean, they got just outplayed. Not outplayed. They just didn't. Again, it's like they didn't show up or something. It didn't feel like a playoff game. They didn't feel ready. They didn't look nearly as good. Yeah,
there's just something going on. I'm not entirely sure what. They seem, I think, kind of tired, maybe disconnected. I think on the one hand, I kind of hoped maybe it would be an advantage that all season that we hadn't had, our full complement of people, because in the early part of the season, we didn't let that stop us.
Right.
We had enough depth that we could sort of overcome it. And I was kind of hoping that in the playoffs, obviously we don't have Tyler Seguin. We lost him for the whole season. Rope Hintz, I would be surprised to see him back anytime soon. So without those sort of key people, I was kind of hoping we'd still be able to pull it together like we did in the early parts of the season. But I don't know if we're going to be able to access that on that level at the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't had any problems with people being out of the lineup though. So
Us?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rope's gone. That's huge.
No, I know, but they haven't had problems winning games.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they've been good with that all season, but I'm not entirely sure how that's translating to the playoff level.
Yeah.
So,
okay, I got you.
That's the tricky part for me. But here's the thing. I am not ready to freak out yet. It's the first game in a 7-game series. Did we put ourselves in a deficit? Yes, but we literally always do that. It's like frustrating as fuck, but it seems to be part of our process. And I do understand why people are concerned, but I also think that there is a level of reactivity in the Dallas Stars fan base. People started freaking out after Minnesota's first goal went in yesterday, like literally 6 minutes into game 1 of the playoffs. People were like, that's it. It's all over. And they were not being hyperbolic for the sake of comedy.
Yep.
And it makes it really hard to muster up a lot of concern, even when the loss ends up being a bad one like this was, because people have been chicken littling for like 50 minutes already.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to be all like kids today about it, but I do think a portion of our fan base is a little spoiled. It's been a while since we faced real adversity as a franchise. And so a single bad loss or even a single goal against sends some people into a tailspin. It's like there's this sense of entitlement and it just feels so stressful.
Yeah, I don't know. This is, again, why I'm not really a sports person. I saw that kind of pattern and that behavior in high school. And I was like, that's weird. Like somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose. And it's not going to be you every time. So like, just chill out.
I think I've had an easier time filtering it out in the past, but I'm moderating the Stars subreddit this year. And oh boy, it is. There are people who have a lot of feelings and they would like us to know about them in great detail. And when we say, thank you, that won't be necessary, they would like to get into our inbox and tell us more.
Of course.
So it's an adventure, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't a good game, but again, 6-1. It's really now it's just 1-0. So it's not a big deal.
Exactly. There's so many more games to play.
I've seen a hockey game before.
Yeah.
I've seen people come back from down 4-0.
Yeah.
Like in the series, right?
Yeah.
I've seen crazy shit. 3-0.
I was going to say, I don't think 4-0 works mathematically.
Whatever.
But
you know how.
But 3-0. We've seen comebacks like that.
Yeah.
So.
We've seen Vancouver come back against the Stars in like 7 seconds.
We absolutely have. And really the worst section of this game was like a 2-minute period in like the second period where we had 3 goals against.
Yeah.
And if we lock that down better, then it's a lot more reasonable.
Yep. But the Minnesotas looked pretty coherent.
They did look pretty coherent and cohesive and other words that start with co.
Yeah.
And
codependent.
I mean, possibly.
Covalent bond.
Yeah, sure. Why not? So I'm, obviously it wasn't great, but I'm not going to run around yelling that the sky is falling down yet.
No, you shouldn't.
So
No.
I haven't been doing that all year, and I'm not going to start right now.
No. When they lose next game and then they lose the first game in Minnesota, then the sky can be falling.
Right. Then I will maybe start to panic a little bit.
That I feel like that's panic time.
Yeah, but and people are like, oh, so now are we allowed to complain? I'm like, well, you were always allowed to complain, but when we were only down 1 goal 6 minutes in, yes, we're going to call you dramatic and hysterical.
That is dramatic.
Mm-hmm. And like now, if you started complaining now we'd be like, yeah, that's a bummer. Like this is scary.
Yeah.
But
there's reason for concern.
Yeah, but because you started complaining 6 minutes into the game when it was 1-0, we can't take you seriously.
Yep.
Or at least I can't.
You've been discredited.
Yeah, no, it's just like, no, you're a little hysterical. It's like, it's fine. You can't help being dramatic. You just went to the Mason Marchment School for Dramatic Arts.
Yeah.
And that's just fine. Luckily, we did not have to dwell in that for too long because after that, we had the first game of the Flyers versus the Penguins.
This is like it's like this day was just like built for you. You were so excited.
I was so excited. Yeah, because after the first game, I changed into my new Bishel retro jersey because I ordered 2 retro jerseys when they were briefly back in stock. So I got a Bishel one and a Ritzkovian one.
Yeah.
So I wore my Bishel one first. I'll wear the Ritzy one next time.
There we go.
And then I changed into my Flyers t-shirt because it was time for the Battle of Pennsylvania. And everyone's so excited. Like Sidney Crosby himself is a generational hater of the Flyers. And he's so beloved, but he can be a real shithead sometimes. So the friction is so exciting.
Yeah.
I think that this was the best game of the day for everybody, pretty much.
I think, well, yeah, of what I saw it was, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, it was just so exciting.
Which I guess I saw most of all of it.
I think you did.
So yeah, I came home from birding on time to make sure I was present.
You did. You're very committed. I'd say you were at least 3/4 of a hockey fan. The Penguins have home ice, and Pens fans were clearly thrilled that their team was back in the playoffs. They were there in force. Stuart Skinner made some really good saves early on, and every time they would holler Stu, which is so nice for him. And at the other end of the ice, Vladar was equally amazing. I mean, Vladar, we're not in the playoffs without him.
No. Yeah, I mean, he carried them to the playoffs.
He's so good.
Yep.
The game was a chippy one with lots of physicality. Halfway through the first period, Jamie Drysdale was all up in Sidney Crosby's business, and Sidney responded by pulling Jamie's helmet off, which is extremely verboten and should have been called, but was not. So Jamie Drysdale was protesting to the refs and kind of kept playing, even though the rules say he should have immediately left the ice to get another helmet. So the refs finally whistled it down after 20 seconds, and then they had one of those little cuddle sessions they have where they grab each other's waists and like glide down the ice together.
Yeah, no, they're good stuff.
It's so fun. It's so fun and weird. They had a little conclave, and then they decided, we'll just give each one of them a penalty. So
yeah, no, they totally just were like, man, you should have called that when it's ripped his helmet off. Well, we'll just give them both penalties.
The upside to all of this is that we got to see Jamie Drysdale's luscious locks flowing in the breeze as he pranced angrily around. Like, sign that dude up for a Pantene Pro V commercial.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's all anybody in the hockey subreddit could talk about was his hair.
Well, for people that have never seen it, I guess it's,
It was pretty majestic.
Imagine if Ziegs had his helmet taken off, people would have just died right there on the spot.
At first, the camera was pulled so far back, I was like, look at all that hair. Is that Zeke's? No, that's not Zeke's number. Oh, it's Jamie. Hi, Jamie. That was my whole thought process in about 0.5 seconds. Midway through the second, Jamie got his revenge by scoring the opening goal of the game, a nice little shot that was greatly aided by Penguins players screening their own goaltender. The Penguins had an answering goal courtesy of Gino Malkin, and the second period ended with the score tied 1-1. I didn't see it, unfortunately, but apparently Gino and Travis Konechny were mouthing off to each other at one point at the end of the period.
That checks out.
That makes me happy. They've gotten into it before. Gino's the one who TK said, like, take the earmuffs off, you fucking nerd, or whatever it is that he says.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So it's great.
I feel like, I don't know how tall Gino is, but he's like way gianter than...
He's very large.
Yeah.
And I believe TK has like fist fought him before.
Nice.
I don't think it went well.
Yeah.
So I'm a little rusty on my lore, but they're fun. They like to fight against each other. Exactly halfway through the third period, Travis Sanheim helped the Flyers retake the lead when he absolutely dog-walked some Pens defenders and fired one past Skinner. And then with 2.5 minutes left in the game, Porter Martone broke out and did a little spin move to buy himself some time, and then froze Skinner to get the Flyers an insurance goal.
Yeah, that was a huge goal.
It was crucial because the Pens pulled Skinner and they scored again with a minute left in the game. But then Vladar had an absolutely amazing save in the last seconds, and the Flyers won game 1, 3-2, with the game winner from Porter Martone.
Porter Martone, I mean, Celebrini's the truth, but I think this Porter Martone is like just whatever's like, he's like the allegedly, or like, he's like not quite the truth, but he's on the way.
He's the thesis statement.
Yeah, he's something. He's got some business.
He's the hypothesis.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's legit. He's great.
Yeah.
And what's great too is like, he's so good, but he's also so excited and like so kind of laid back about it too.
Yes, yeah.
And he gives a good interview too.
He does. He can talk. Those college boys, man. It's great. So I'm just so happy. I did sort of make my dad a little upset this week when he was saying, oh, I wish Michigan State hadn't gone out before the Frozen Four. And I was like, but on the plus side, Porter Martone signed with the Flyers, and I don't think they make the playoffs without him. And he was like, he's a Michigan State alum and very pro-Sparty to this day. Yep.
So that was yesterday's games. Today, the Kings and Avs are playing right now as we record this.
Are they?
They are. The Habs are playing the Lightning after this. Then it will be Bruins versus Sabres, which I will be sat for. And then it will be the Mammoth versus Vegas.
Well,
are you checking the score of the Kings?
I did just check the score.
Are the Avs murdering the Kings?
No, it's the end of the second. It's 1-0 Avs.
Okay, all right. That's not bad.
We got to wrap this shit up and go watch the third period.
I know, we sure do. Well, by tonight, every team will have played except for Edmonton and Anaheim, which will have their first matchup tomorrow night. And I was just going to check in and see if there were any matchups that you were excited about besides, of course, the Stars one and the Philly one.
Nope.
I'm excited about the Buffalo one.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just, I like them. So
yeah, that's fine.
I love an underdog story,
Yeah,
so.
no, I don't really care too much at this point because there's still like a lot of hockky ahead. So like I'm not really.
You're going to wait till like the second round, maybe?
Yeah, second round. First round, it's like, when it's like the characters that get off like a reality show like the first, second, or third time and like they do the reunion and you're like, oh God, who are they? I don't remember them. That's going to be like all the round one exits for me.
And that's why you are half a hockey fan.
Yeah.
Well, before we go, I thought that we could look at the bracket for the Stanley Cup playoffs and we could maybe make some predictions about what the rest of the playoffs might look like.
All right, that sounds good. My predictions are not going to be grounded in any sort of realism or
Oh,
anything.
no, mine aren't either. Mine are very much like in my ideal world, what will happen.
And I've got it color coded in a way that makes me understand what I've chosen here for my bracket.
That's good. I made you print mine on paper because I'm old and I can't envision it when it's digital. All right. So round one, we'll start in the Western Conference. Avs versus Kings. Who do you think is taking that series?
I have the Kings.
Really? Interesting. Yeah. All right. I like it.
It's not likely, but I think that's fun.
That would be fun. That would be great.
I think that's fun.
I think it would be fun too. I put the Avs.
Yeah, you're probably right on that.
All right. The Stars versus the Wild.
I was not allowed to choose on this one.
No, I was going to say it's fine if you choose the Wild. I understand if you do.
No, I've got the Dallas.
Okay. That's nice of you.
No, I don't. But, I don't know. I got to see the second game.
It's true. I have the Stars because I'm contractually obligated to have the Stars, but also I still have faith.
That's true. Yet they are funding this podcast.
They definitely are not. We've given them so much money. I can't even tell you. I just bought 2 retro jerseys at the same time. Yep. That's so much money. All right. Then there is Vegas versus Utah.
I've got Vegas.
I got Vegas too.
It's Torts all the way.
Torts has turned that team around.
He started that train up and I'm hopping on.
You're jumping on the Torts train.
Just ignoring whatever he's got, like he's coaching a team or something. I don't care.
Right. Yeah. You're like, oh, there's hockey. Yeah. I don't care. Hi.
Did Torts win is the question.
Yes.
Not did Vegas win. Did Torts win?
Mm-hmm. You're just in it for the Torts. In it for the Torts, and that's fine. And then Oilers versus Ducks.
I've got Anaheim on mine.
I have Anaheim on mine too.
I feel like this is what Edmonton needs.
I feel like Edmonton has struggled this year. It was not like a sure thing for them. I think the Ducks, even though they had a downward skid, they are still really hungry and they do still have some really talented young players.
Yep.
And they have like a veteran presence now once they sort of raided everybody from the New York Rangers. And yeah, I think that if there's going to be an upset in the Western Conference in round one, it's going to be the Ducks upsetting the Oilers.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think it has to happen. I think they've got some like business to talk about that they're just not talking about, and like this would be the event that causes that discussion. I
think so too. All right, heading back over to the East for round one, we have Buffalo versus Boston.
Buffalo.
I got Buffalo too. I think they're feeling it.
We saw them play one game like last week or the week before against one of our teams.
Flyers?
Maybe.
Yeah, Flyers.
They do just look real good.
They're dangerous. They look dangerous.
Just look real solid.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for them.
Yep.
But also scared a little bit.
Well, yeah.
We have the Lightning versus the Habs next.
I got Montreal on this one.
I wanted to put Montreal. I put Lightning because I was being realistic.
Well, I'm not.
I have no whimsy.
I live in a world where Montreal is beating Tampa.
I hope I'm wrong on this one. I hope Montreal wins. I do love those little guys.
Yep.
Goal Caulfields and all of those other little fellas.
Yep.
The Lightning, I'm just like, who?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
We used to live 45 minutes away from the Lightning. We just can't.
No, it's just not happening.
Nope.
Carolina versus Ottawa.
Carolina. All right, moving on.
I think I put like Carolina in 5.
Yeah. Just
all right. And then we have the Penguins versus the Flyers.
I got Philly on this one.
I put the Flyers, and not just because I like the Flyers. I think that they really have what it takes to make it out of the first round.
I do. And I think, them winning the first game is that you can't get that out of Sid's head now.
Oh, no.
No, that's in there. That's not going to do him any good.
Sid was feeling salty during the game yesterday. Like at one point, he did a very dramatic fall to draw a penalty.
Yeah.
That was kind of old school Sid. Sanheim was kind of cross-checking him in the way that everybody cross-checks everybody else against the boards, and Sid turned around and punched him in the face, which is a little bit of a disproportionate reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Sid was salty, and it was very entertaining, and I like it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to another I don't like them, I don't like anybody on their team review.
I tell you what, this is really the series to watch, and it would have been even if they weren't our teams.
I know, but
our team.
I know, but that's even extra better.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to go to round 2. So Western Conference.
Yeah.
Round 2, I have the Avs versus the Stars. You have the Kings versus the Stars.
I have the Kings versus the Stars, y'all.
Who do you think takes that round?
I have Dallas making it to round 2.
Excellent. Well, round 3.
Sure.
Yes.
Whatever round.
Yes. I also have the Stars advancing. So
excellent.
But over the Avs and not the
Kings. Yeah. Oh, you want another upset close to home.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if the Stars played the Avs, because then we could go to a playoff game.
Yeah.
Very self-serving.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then we have Vegas versus the Ducks. Is that the pairing you have as well?
That's what I have, yeah.
All right. I have Vegas for this one.
So do I. Well, the Torts.
Yeah, it's the Torts. It's all about the Torts.
No, absolutely. It's Vegas.
Yeah. Okay, back over to the East. Buffalo versus Lightning.
It's Buffalo.
I put Buffalo too. I really think that they can do it through the power of friendship and beer.
Yep.
The beer sabers, and I think they can take them down.
Absolutely.
Carolina versus Flyers.
I got Carolina on this one.
I do have Carolina as well.
Yeah.
I love you, Flyers, but I don't think that you are necessarily a match for the juggernaut that is the Carolina just smothering system over the course of that many games.
Yeah.
But I think making it to the playoffs at all and then possibly winning the first round, like that's just crazy. So.
It is, yeah. I mean, it could be Dallas, Philly in the finals, which would be the most bonkers thing for this podcast.
That would be so insane. That would be
like, people be like, oh, what do we listen to? Oh, how about the podcast that's about these two teams?
How about the Stars Flyers podcast? I know, we would be like the most knowledgeable about both teams out of anybody, probably.
I mean, I wouldn't be, but yeah.
Well, yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, let's look at the finals. Back in the West, we have the Stars versus Vegas.
Oh, I have the Stars winning that.
I have the Stars winning that too. Yeah. I have them going to the finals this year.
Yep, I have that.
I think if we can make it out of the first round, we're going to make it to the finals.
Okay.
That's my projection. All right. And then over in the East, we have Buffalo versus Carolina.
I got Carolina on this one.
I got Buffalo.
Do you really?
I have a Stars Buffalo final, which is also the final from the 1999 season, which is the season that the Stars last won the Cup.
Well,
I think we have ourselves a crazy storyline on our hands of Buffalo making it back to the playoffs for the first time in a long time, and the Stars super leaning into all the branding of the 99 stuff.
True.
Our retro 99 jerseys, all of that. And I think we've got a Stars Buffalo showdown, and it's going to come down to who has the stronger storyline.
That'll be interesting.
It will be. And the last win was pretty controversial. People say that the Buffalo should have won because there was a foot in the crease.
Something
kind of
was
thing.
going on, right? Whatever. That would be quite the hockey god writer, whatever they call it.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. No, I feel like the Dallas Stars marketing team or whoever was like, oh, let's just start writing our own story this year with all the retro 99 stuff. The hockey gods will have to latch on to that. So maybe that's why Buffalo did so well this year. Who knows?
Yeah.
So that takes me to Stars and Buffalo in the final, and I have Stars as the winner.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And you have Stars and Carolina in the final?
Yeah, I just want to see a good game there. I don't know.
It's fine if you have Carolina as the winner.
I do think Carolina would maybe win by that time.
I mean, that's fair enough.
I mean, I think realistically, it's actually just Colorado and Buffalo in the finals, but
I mean, there's really no way to know unless we just wait for time to elapse and watch, which is so frustrating, but it is what it is.
I did call Colorado in the finals winning it all like months and months and months ago.
You sure did. And you're not the only one.
No.
Like, a lot of people have thought that, but I mean, they do have the President's Trophy curse right now, but maybe they'll break it. Who knows?
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about the playoffs. It's kind of reinvigorated me for the rest of the season. So
well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I'm excited that we're like at the end point.
The end is in sight. It's still a few more months, but the end is near.
Yeah, and the games now feel like a little special,
right?
And it's not just like, oh, it's Wednesday night. What time's the game? Oh, it's 6:30. Okay, game at 6:30. It's a little bit more like, ooh.
Every game has meaning now. The Flyers game still had meaning all the way down the stretch, but the Stars, it was very like, I guess we're playing for home ice now.
Yeah.
And it gets a little dull in the end of the season and end of the regular season. But yeah playoff time, it's
a different beast.
It's a totally different beast. So I'm reinvigorated. I'm excited. Let's wrap it up so we can go watch the end of the Avs game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to, like, if I could take a nap until like halfway through like the second round or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and just show up and be like, oh, what happened? Like, that's kind of where I'm at.
And trust, I would tell you in great detail what happened.
I wouldn't even have to ask.
You wouldn't. I'd be like, guess what you missed?
It's how we start our days. You don't say good morning. You're like, guess what? Can you tell me something about hockey?
That's literally true. That's literally how it goes. But also you do the same thing to me and you're like, guess what birds I saw today?
Absolutely.
So, that's just marriage, guys. And that's the end of regulation for this week's episode of Ice is Slippery. You can find us on Tumblr, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Instagram at Ice is Slippery Pod. You can also email us at iceisslipperypod@gmail.com, where we would love to get suggestions for games and hear your hockey hot takes. Until next week, stay out of the penalty box.